walk along and check out all the ancestors, all the past dukes, with my copy of the peerage. Oh yes, all the old aristocrats, they've always known their Burkes. Good for me to get up here and have a bit of exercise as well. Also means I don't have to stay downstairs looking at the Duchess. You know, I've never really understood why marriages are supposed to go on after the children. Get me an heir and get out of here. That would be my principle. I think the Duchess would be quite happy with that as well. She was never very fond of the sticky bits department. Used to lie back and think of... I don't really know what she used to think of. Seemed to involve a lot of counting. Anyway, not here to talk about the present. Past much more fun. I shall know. I live in it. Anyway, so here's the first, Gerald. First son, always called Gerald in our family. He was ennobled by Queen Anne for, I don't know what they used to call it in those days, giving money to the government. Anyway, oh yeah, plenty to spare. Yes, the family had started coining it in the 16th century. Yes, the usual thing, if you look at the way most of our noble families first received their titles. General thuggery, supporting or putting down usurpers, supplying armaments, or royal mistresses. Bit of a slave trade. Didn't matter much what you did, as long as you remembered to give a decent sized backhand to the government of the day. You know, that's why I really cannot understand it when people these days witter on about cash for honours. Fine old British tradition. Anyway, that's the first Duke, Gerald. Earned himself a nickname of Gerald the Fat, for reasons, well, you can see from the painting. Yeah. Then there's his son. Yes. He also lived high on the hog. And eventually started to look rather like one, as you can see. And so, with the originality, which has always been lacking from our family, he became known as Gerald the Fatter. And then there's his son. Yes, well, you can see. Gerald the Fattest, obviously. Actually, that picture is a very rare example of Gainsborough's work. It's the only known case where the great portraitist just painted a waistcoat. But it was all of the third Duke that he could fit into the frame. Anyway, Backy, made properly these days. Things changed significantly under the fourth Duke. Yes, it was under his auspices that the grounds of the estate were formally laid out. Very badly, it must be said. Yes. Gerald the ill-advised made use of the services of a landscape gardener with a bit of a drinks problem. You've probably heard of him. Incapability Brown. And things took a turn for the worse under the fifth Duke. Well, he only did what was expected of every young man of his class and generation. He spent nearly his entire inheritance on drinking, gambling and whoring. Yes, earned himself the nickname of Gerald the Lucky Bastard. Which is actually quite accurate. Because his mother had been a waiting woman, although the fourth Duke made sure she didn't have to wait too long. And then things didn't get much better under the sixth Duke. In fact, they got rather worse. even more drinking, whoring, and especially gambling. Became known as Gerald the Bankrupt. Died in bed though. Not his own bed, of course. So after the 6th Duke died, the whole estate very nearly had to be sold. But that was all changed under the auspices of the 7th Duke. Yes, he introduced wide-ranging economies, totally changed the management style of the whole estate, and invested very shrewdly. Earned himself the rue sobriquet for this hard work of Gerald the Dull. Then we come on to the 8th Duke. Yes, I'm glad to say that things rather reverted to type. Yes, Gerald the Lecher. He was particularly busy in the sticky bits department. Died with his boots on there? No, that's not strictly true. They weren't his boots. Belonged to a Miss Tanya Cheeks, I believe. So, then along came the 9th Duke. Now he restored the family's depleted coffers by a method that was very popular at the time, if somewhat distasteful. He married an American. Very short. Now, he had a particular difficulty producing an heir. Firstly out of the pod were all girls, which was obviously no use to man or beast. So he had to keep doing it, going back to the marital bed, no matter how distasteful that was to him. Picture up there of his Duchess, so you see what I mean. For this, he earned the nickname of Gerald the Unlucky Bastard. Anyway, eventually he did manage to produce a son and heir, but he didn't stop there. Oh, no. He knew the duty which we all inherit as dukes. So he kept putting in an appearance in the marital bed, and putting in anything else that seemed appropriate, until he had a second son. You see, as dukes, we like to have a spare. Then there's my father, the 10th Duke. He served in the RAF during the Second World War, and he became known as Gerald of the Few. This, of course, was to do with the Battle of Britain. Just before it started, he learned that he wasn't going to have to fight in it, to which he said, "Phew." No, he did make the ultimate sacrifice before the end of the war. Shaved off his moustache. And then there's me. Yeah. That's supposed to be me. Looks like a side of venison that's been hung too long. I know. God, if I thought I really looked like that, I'd top myself. Gerald the Suicide. That'll make a change. Because you see, I don't have a nickname, not as far as I know, anyway. No talent either, obviously. I used to sit in the House of Lords, though. Quite enjoyed that. Full of lots of amiable old coves, equally devoid as talent as I am. And then some little irk in government decided to boot half of us out. I just don't understand how any Prime Minister could grow up in this country, which has had a House of Lords since the 14th century, and not see the joke. Now, the Prime Minister in question did go to a very minor public school in Scotland. Say no more. So I'm at a bit of a loosish end now, really. Not much happening in the sticky bits department, sorry to say. Obviously not been any encounters with the Duchess since the second voyage. Nowadays, on the rare occasions that anything does pop up in the trouser department, I I smuggle it up to London. So, I ought to be getting along. I had a dizzy spell last week. One of the staff found me prostrate on the floor. But he picked it up. We managed to pop it back in, and so I'm still surviving. Yeah. When I stop surviving, I suppose it will all go to my eldest boy. You never guess what he's called. Yes, Gerald. That's what these days I think they call a no-brainer. Rather appropriate in his case. There's nothing wrong with that. Just maintaining a family tradition. God. If lack of a brain had been disqualification for the aristocracy, this country would have been communist for bloody years. Never mind, never mind. I must be getting on now. Need to go downstairs and stoke up the old boiler. Although, with a bit of luck, Duchess would have got to bed by now. Good night.